Hello guys, good day everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Tech Tribe. Today I'm uh, privileged na i-accept ang invitation natin ng one of the leading tech individuals in fintech. Without further ado, let me introduce you to Sir Herbert. Hi, Sir
Yep.
Herbert. Good afternoon.
And good afternoon to everyone who's watching this show now. And congratulations, Engineer Oscar, for having this a very,
Yes,
very wonderful show for for you to have this. No?
yes, sir. So again, I'm very thankful for Sir Herbert. Though we had some uh, problems before, no, but again, nandito tayo ngayon, and I'm very thankful again for accepting my invitation. So, yeah, let us proceed na, sir. So,
Yep.
basically, yeah, can we can you give us some background about your career journey?
Okay. We're digging right into this, no?
Yes.
uh, okay, a little bit of background. Okay, so I've been in the industry for more than 2 decades now. And I started off as a network technician in a in a department store or a mall. So, but before that, I've actually been really interested with technology. Um, Most of my life, I've been in front of screens. Even during high school days, I was already operating a bulletin board system. It's a BBS. I'm not sure if you are already familiar with that. That's the pre-internet days. So this is more like an internet uh, or a network, for geeks like me back then. So these are parang mga individual nodes that you connect to and send messages and files across. No? So even before the internet was very popular in the Philippines, I've already been in this space. So it was just, pretty much obvious for me to go into a career of like this, no, technology. So yeah, so I started as a network technician. I became a system administrator, and then eventually a developer. No, and as you say, the rest is history. And now I'm running a small team of uh, experts in the fintech industry. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, gaano kayo katagal sir, as a network technician, then bago nag-admin, then before,
I Yeah, I would say it was just very short. I saw that it was really just kumbaga stepping stone for me to see how it looks like in the field, setting up uh, computers, networks. I just wanted to understand pretty much everything that goes on in a technical setting. And then I also tried actually teaching. I also taught in schools for a few months to more than a year actually pala. And then I also did development. Because I wanted to try all the fields in technology. Back then, it was either nasa tech ka or nasa development ka. Uh, so I wanted to see both and where I think I would be more comfortable with. But I was, in a very short period of time, um, I started a small business with my best friend back then. And I realized that I was more into management, I was more into consulting um, and strategy. So, I started building connections and, siguro in just a matter of maybe three years after I started really working professionally, I've already started managing teams after that. In the line of same pa rin naman, mga field engineers yung minimanage ko. We were doing system integration like networking, building computers for clients, na mga wholesale, ano, and then After that, we were into software development as a business already. No, so yeah, so I've been into various industries also. So this is not just I did not focus on financial industries. I also worked in the field of hospitality, so hotels, resorts, real estate, um, consulting, and other industries. No, knowledge processing centers, business processing centers. So yeah,
Sir, hindi niyo pinursue yung teaching.
sorry.
You didn't pursue the teaching profession.
No, no, no. I
Why?
um
Why? Why?
during that time kasi I was teaching high school students, no? And I realized medyo mahirap talaga siyang gawin. Especially, when you wanted to explore real things, no? I mean, challenge yourself with regards to solving problems, and ako kasi, while I consider myself an introvert, well, people would really tell me hindi naman talaga totoo daw yun because whenever I am being introduced, so I become introvert. So, so I really like interacting with a lot of people. No? So that's actually the reason why, I went into sales as well. So pre-sales ako. I have been a pre-sales consultant in the past. So yeah, so I easily get bored. So I'm not the maintenance kind of person. You you're happy already with just maintaining, managing things. So what I wanted really is to build things, solve things, and then move on to the next afterwards. So that's why I guess it really suited me, to build a business that actually does consulting and software development. Because every time we talk to a new client, yun, may bago na naman silang problema or may bago na naman kaming gagawin. And it never gets boring. No? Same with what I'm doing now as CTO of Palawan Pay. We are actually building more things, since we built Palawan Pay from scratch. So there's so many challenges, given that we're very late in the game already. There's someone, you know, bigger than us, ahead of us, older than us. So there's a lot of things that we have to do already, to catch up. So yeah, so that's really what excites me the most, no? When I see something that needs to be solved, or if I'm challenged of something, then so I guess teaching is something that's gonna be really far from that kind of activity that I wanted.
Ayan, sir. So, since na-mention yun about yung sa Palawan Pay, ano ba, sir? And again, I observed in your LinkedIn profile that there are two major companies now that you are affiliated with, yung Burket, am I correct with the pronunciation, and the Palawan Pay. So, alin
Correct.
ba siyang nauna?
Nauna ang Berkat. To just give you a little background, no? Prior to Berkat, I was actually the head of digital transformation, no, of Penny Grant Thornton, or sorry, before Palawan Pay. So I was consulted. Our firm was consulted to actually build Palawan Pay, but on the side, I was already actively involved in Berket. So Berket was actually just an idea of some of our office mates in the past. Sabi namin, why don't we build something that solves a real challenge right now? Kasi given that we were all IT professionals and we knew already how to source suppliers, we were still having a hard time back then. No? Kasi wala talaga siyang parang, you can't really find a place for you to contact suppliers in one ano, 'di ba, location or one system. There was Alibaba before, but when you go to Alibaba, most of the companies there are Chinese companies, di ba? And uh, there were no services offered back then sa Alibaba. I don't know if they still have, if they already have it. But, so sabi namin, despite the fact that we were already, computer savvy, nahirapan pa rin kami maghanap ng mga supplier. So I guess there's really a big gap or a challenge in at least in our country where B2B suppliers can be found. So sabi namin, sige, why don't we start building one? Let's see how it goes. So we did a little bit of market validation by attending some events. We presented the idea to a few people, and there was a very good response. It was very positive, and in fact, a few people involved in procurement, sabi nila, oh, if you guys have this before I was, in this company, then we would have made our lives easier. So it encouraged us to actually start it formally. So yeah, so in we started it. Sabi namin, why don't we build it as a startup, so that we can get support and funding. Um, and while we were doing this on the side, I was also involved with my corporate life naman. So sa Berkat naman, I actually have two other founders with me who's working with Berkat full time. So I'm very confident naman with their ability to run the business. And ako naman as a parang more of a consultant na lang, or in charge of strategy. And whenever they need me to go in front and talk about market, that's the only time naman I just make myself available now. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, ngayon kasi, sir, I am taking PhD Engineering Management. And in relation to your, when it comes to fintech and digital transformation, meron akong mabasa na hirap i-penetrate yung ng fintech yung ibang areas ng Philippines.
Mhm.
Do you experience it talaga na hirap kayong i-penetrate yung fintech yung ibang areas ng Philippines?
Uh, well, I guess pre-pandemic it was. For a lot of reasons. No? Number one, before the pandemic happened, there's still a big percentage of the population na mahina yung internet, or they don't have really good phones that could have downloaded apps, and just plain awareness, no? Hindi sila aware na fintechs and digital channels are readily accessible. And I guess a few individuals also have distrust in digital channels too, di ba? So, but when pandemic happened, a lot of people were forced naman talaga to go online, obviously. And in fact, that was the reason why we built Palawan Pay, as a response to that challenge. Siyempre, people are more aware now of the digital channels, and some of them are more comfortable doing things online already. And we realized na the Palawan Group needed a digital channel as well. So that's how it started. So because GCash is widely known na, so it wasn't really hard anymore for Palawan Pay to penetrate the market kasi it's easy as, we're like GCash. Kaya na, parehas lang kami ng GCash, but we have services kasi that's geared towards improving yung mga branch products and services din naman ng Palawan Group. So we had a niche, kumbaga, that helps the Palawan pawn shop branches um, to go digital. So it was the main differentiator ng product namin. So madali siyang i-market na. No, unlike before. Siguro if we started before the pandemic, we might have had a different challenge.
So, meron palang niche or unique side ang Palawan Pay sa
Yes.
ibang mga
Yes, pretty
fintech,
much different, no?
platforms.
Because the services that we have with branches are extended to Palawan Pay, and we consider Palawan Pay as a digital branch of the group. No? You can renew your pawn in the app, and obviously, if you're a pawn shop branch customer, if you want to renew, you don't have to go to the branch anymore. You just have to use your app. You want to send money using our branch network, and we have more than 4,000 branches across the entire country. You just have to do it online now. Before, kasi you have to go to a branch, mahaba yung pila, you have to fill up forms, um, and then claiming your padala is also easier now because you just have to go to a branch, show yung SMS, and that's it. For most people, syempre, especially the younger ones, they're more comfortable doing things online.
So yung uniqueness po ng Palawan Pay, yung phoning, ano po.
Yes, majority of the unique services we have are exclusive to the branches. You can buy yung micro insurance ng Palawan. We call it Protectodo. You can actually buy jewelry from the app. Yung mga rematado namin na jewelry, it's there. You can buy our gold, yung mga gold bars, mini gold bars. It's also in the app. And then aside from that, we also have the usual services. We call it hygiene products. You can buy your load, you can pay your bills, send money via InstaPay, pay using the QRPH standard. Di ba? But there are really unique set of services that's only available in our app.
Anyway, sir, since introduction of Palawan Pay, have you experienced any major problems?
Uh, in which sense? I mean, there are different problems naman, in Palawan Pay, but what particular aspect of the business are you asking about?
Yung pag-introduce nyo nung payment, yung digital branch. Kasi dati nga talaga is,
Uh, well,
matindi.
no, I
Sinasamba kagad ng tao yun.
madali siyang tinanggap kasi nga most of the people we talk to, they already have one or two other e-wallets, di ba? For those who are very new to the digital business, it was also easy because they have brand loyalty already and brand recognition. Madaling sabihin, especially I guess in Visayas and Mindanao, we're part of the Palawan Group and we're doing our acquisition in the branches too. So people who's actually familiar with the brand, um, they know right away na mapagkakatiwalaan yung app namin kasi galing naman siya sa Palawan itself, di ba? I guess that's also one of the unique things that we have kasi um, our app is supported by more than 4,000 branches. It's a brick and mortar branch, di ba? So you can see Palawan branch actually anywhere. And if you need support, if you need help, you can easily go to a branch for that.
Yes, may pangalan na talaga rin yung Palawan Pay.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, dun tayo sa Burket. It's a procurement platform.
Yes, it's a B2B
Yes.
platform.
But
Mhm.
I noticed yata na meron kayo din transaction sa government.
Uh, it's not really transaction per se, no. B2B is envisioned, or Burket is envisioned to be the go-to B2B platform
Okay.
in the Philippines now. So whether you're buying, you're selling, you're looking for partners, we wanted Burket to be a source of opportunities, no, in the Philippines at a minimum. So, for example, you're looking to buy, your company is looking to buy products in ano, 'di ba? In in wholesale, for example, or in bulk, you go to Burket. If you're looking for opportunities to actually bid for a project, you go to Burket. So that's why we also listed yung mga um, open projects from PhilJeps. So that when you're looking for an opportunity, halimbawa, you're a supplier that's already government accredited and sama-sama na siya dyan. Makikita mo na yung mga request for quote from private companies. And at the same time, you also get to see mga open items that you can bid for with the government. So we wanted to make everything easier for someone looking for a business, whether you're selling or buying.
Kasi last time, nag-search yata ako ng supplier ng ganitong item.
Mhm.
Nag-number 1 sa SEO yung Burket. Then, accidentally, yung pong Burket is sa inyo pala.
Mhm.
And then, pwede palang ang parang nakita ko doon, pwede pala silang makipag-transact. But anyway, hindi pala yun ang magiging process or platform nyo. It's just para siyang classified ads wherein suppliers can show their products, and if they have the field reps, then pwede lang kontakin nung nakita
Yes. Yes. So Burket is more like a social media platform for businesses.
for
Yeah.
suppliers, for businesses.
For businesses, whether you're buying or selling. Aside from listing your products or your services, you can also post articles, announcements, promos. So think of it as a parang a bigger version of Facebook groups or Facebook page na meant for businesses. So ang habol namin dyan is to grow the number of users, grow the number of businesses listed, and of course, increase the number of engagements. Uh, and that's the reason why we're not charging for transactions, we're not charging for commissions, and it's free to use because our objective really is to just uh, help businesses grow their network and provide more opportunities. In return naman, you might be wondering, well, paano kumikita si Burket? Advertising. Same way as Facebook and LinkedIn and Google are earning, we're getting, of course, partnerships with bigger companies that wants to advertise and target our users, specifically mga SME businesses. Diba? So if you wanted targeted, for example, advertisement to small companies or aspiring entrepreneurs or people who's interested in construction or furniture, then we have that category. We have the list that we can send, either an electronic mail to them promoting your business or your products, or we can post you in one of our, ad spots to advertise your company.
Ano po nakita yung magiging impact nito sa ating mga businesses? Yung
Well,
platform.
marami, no? Kasi when we started Burket, we saw that there's still a lot of small companies, small businesses na they're not really online, and they do not have the capability to actually, create an online presence. So number one, biggest challenge for them, especially on the SEO side, is they don't have of course, the understanding, di ba? Unlike bigger companies na they can actually hire SEO consultants. And as you can see, sabi mo nga kanina, when you search for in Google, Burket was the one of the top search results, di ba? And we're very proud of that we've actually done our SEOs kasi that's a big advantage, for companies that's listed in Burket. They actually have the same kind of optimization that we apply, for search engine. So majority, for example, if you search for Philippine wholesale supplier something something in Google, majority of the time Burket will be listed on top, and your product most probably will be there too, diba? So that alone gives a lot of advantage to smaller companies who do not have the ability um, to you know to have an SEO. No? Kasi minsan, even with just a Facebook page, for example, let's not optimize at all. And you have a lot of competitors in Facebook already. Because the fact that Facebook is not really meant for businesses naman talaga before, di ba? Aside from, you need to know who the website or the Facebook page that you have to go to para mapuntahan mo talaga siya. But at least if you're a company that you are familiar with who Burket is, alam mo na kagad siya na, I need a supplier for my product, my business, then Burket is really the way to go, di ba? So that's one. The other one is, with Burket kasi, we really focus on Philippine-based companies. So, hindi ka mahahaluan ng ibang company from outside, like companies from China, Korea, Japan. Kasi you know for a fact that when you're searching for companies or looking at companies in Burket, these are Filipino-based companies or Philippine-based companies.
So good evening again. I'm here again with Sir Herbert, the co-founder of Burket Page and the head of IT of Palawan Pay. So previously, we have talked about the platform of Burket and Palawan Pay. And naputol namin yung usapan about SEO, no? Na binibigay pala nila yung platform nila na free free ang SEO. So, sir, paano nyo na-try na i-market, paano nyo, di ba napakahirap ang maghanap ng SEO specialist, analyst. So,
Yes.
wala bang additional costing yun pagka nagbigay ka ng free SEO sa mga businesses natin?
So before anything else, no, hello again. So this is part 2 of our kwentuhan. No?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so naputol tayo doon sa SEO. No? We actually provide the businesses listed in Burket with an optimized profile, no, search engine optimized profile, and the reason for that is really the fact that mahal nga talaga, no, it's very expensive for you to have an SEO specialist, and our vision really is to help, diba, everyone to be optimized already. Kasi small businesses, for example, do not have the capability or the know-how to optimize their online presence. Sometimes they don't even have the capability to build an online presence at all, right? So competing with bigger companies that have all the resources, have all the experience and knowledge to optimize their online presence is very difficult. And that's where Burket comes in, no? Our intention is to help these companies who are not privileged enough, no, to have this kind of experience and skill set, and be able to compete, with bigger ones. So, the question is paano? Burket is highly optimized right now. Our CTO is also a very good digital marketing professional. So we designed Burket in such a way that the moment you list your product and your company, and you have completed your profile, you're automatically part of the program that we create. No, in fact, if you try and search for, let's say, wholesale supplier Philippines of something, there's a big chance that your product will be listed on, the first 2 pages maybe of Google. And that's how powerful Burket is. Free because the effort has been there already for everyone. We don't really have to optimize each and every profile naman, no. So kumbaga, that's really the benefit for anyone, no, to when they sign up in Burket.
Yung paglalagay, sir, ng SEO, dyan para ba siyang sa WordPress na, na-try kasi ko dun sa WordPress namin na CMS. Set mo dun yung words ba? Automatic na bang ilalagay yun ng
Meta tags mo, yung mga
meta tags.
description.
Yeah,
It's similar to that. Yes, it is similar, but aside from that, we also have our own ways, no, of doing this. No? In fact, yung content namin, we have been posting a lot in social media. Every time you add, you add your whenever we have a new business that's added, we welcome them. We create some contents, so that boosts their credibility and their ranking, diba? So it's actually it's really a lot of work from our end, but we're used to it, and we do this naman talaga for customers, and we want to make sure that people take advantage of what Burket can offer them, right?
Okay, sir. Aside from SEO, na-try nyo na ba, sir, mag-integrate ng AI sa inyong platform, sa Burket?
Yes, actually, Burket was built with AI in mind. Our very first use case for Burket is it's a business matching platform. So, for example, you're someone that's looking or interested in the vehicle industry, for example, or automotive industry, then you will see feeds mostly from categories that belong to the industry. So that was the initial use case. But the other ones, we already have Chat GPT like chatbot, Gen AI chatbot, where it helps you create request for quotations. So you can easily, chat there. I'm looking for 100 laptops, this price range, and I'm based in Quezon City, for example, and Burket AI will help you create a request for quotation, post it on the platform so that other suppliers will see that and they can respond to your quotation already.
How about sir blockchain?
We're not particularly a blockchain business, no, because
Okay.
we don't have any advantage over blockchain right now since we're just a marketplace. But once we start looking into dealing with financial services, then there's probably some use case for us on that part as well.
Sir, doon po sa platform na Burket, sino ang nakita niyong competitor doon na medyo may advantage kayo?
We're a little unique, no, in terms of having a direct competitor. Obviously, there are different B2B marketplaces
Yes.
also, no? Both abroad and in the Philippines. There are a couple in the Philippines. For the sake of this discussion, I don't want to name them,
Yes,
name
yeah.
names, right? But the biggest advantage that Burket has, it's we're a free marketplace. So take advantage of that, diba? We're like, you remember the time when Sulit and it became OLX, now it's Carousel.
Yes, Sulit.
Right? It's the same concept, but this is for businesses to look for other business partners. And I guess the very unique thing when you log into Burket is we look like a social media platform. Not a professional website where it's more cluttered, difficult to navigate. So that's how we made it.
Okay, sir. Ito, sir, aside from Burket, I know you are head of Palawan Pay. No?
Yes.
So, on the record, ngayon, alam ko narinig nyo na yung sa sa GCash. Ano? So, ano ang based sa inyong assessment? Ano naging problema?
Well, if you read their statement, ang sabi naman nila, it's a recon issue, and from my understanding, they were already able to reverse the mistake and credited their customers. No, I wasn't really following much this story, because obviously when it happened and before GCash released their statement, we were also concerned of our own platform.
Yes.
So we also had to make sure that nothing similar is happening on our end. No? And we're very happy that Palawan Pay has never had any kind of incident so far. No? And it's really unfortunate that this is happening, even GCash, even with other banks, because it technically affects everyone, diba? This is not just a GCash issue if you think about it, because people will lose trust in any digital service, diba? So while it's not directly related to Palawan Pay or to the other financial services, those who are affected, and if ever man halimbawa hindi siya talaga it's really a cybersecurity issue, then kakaroon talaga ng rippling effect to the other brands, diba? So that's actually a bigger concern for us, no? How do we get to win back the trust of customers, na they will have that confidence again working with digital financial services or fintechs, no?
Yes.
It's really not because brand X is no longer secured, let's move to brand Y, diba? Hindi ganoon eh. Some people would say, hindi talaga secured ang digital service, so I won't transact anymore. Similar to some people in the past, they diba? They were afraid of using credit cards online. Not because it's MasterCard or because it's Visa, but credit cards in general.
Ngayon, sir, nung nalaman nyo yung ganong issue sa GCash, anong measures ang chinek nyo sa Burket and sa Palawan Pay? Anong mga cybersecurity measures ang naidagdag ninyo?
for Burgat naman, we're pretty much, secured because we don't deal with any financial data. So there's very low risk for Burgat. For Palawan Pay, we just had to make sure that our monitorings and our alerts are up and running. We have automated alerts that tells us if there are any anomaly in the system. A certain set of transactions has, you know, um, spiked unusually, or any service getting in more, unusual calls, for example, API calls. So may mga ways naman kami to monitor, and that's the only thing that we had to check initially. No? But and it's being monitored 24/7 anyway. So
Nagkaroon naman ba sir ng impact sa Palawan Pay yung ganong scenario? Bumaba ba yung trust sa Palawan Pay?
Yeah, that's actually a good question, but I guess our marketing team would be the best person to best people to answer that.
Okay sir. Sir, yung sa ano, kasi mayroon akong narinig when it comes to cybersecurity, mas iba daw magkaiba daw yung wallet and yung GCash wallet sa GCash savings. And sa ibang digital bank platforms, yung sa inyo mostly payment talaga siya. Palawan Pay.
We are a payments or EMI, call it EMI, e-money issuer. No? So wallet kami. We're not a savings account. We're not a bank.
So yung transaction ng wallet to other platforms, nagkakaroon ba ng parang man in the middle attack doon sa ganung mga transactions? Yung in between, nagkakaroon ba ng problema doon sa data transmission?
Well, yes, that's a potential threat. In any transaction, doesn't have to be e-wallet or a bank transaction, but man in the middle is a pretty sophisticated attack. No, so you need to understand how to be in the middle of a certain communication, so between the user's device to and a router, or the router and the server. But there are pretty standard ways of dealing with that and making sure you are secured. Things like SSL pinning is there not to ensure that man in the middle doesn't happen in your system. And these things are pretty much standard naman nowadays.
So ito, last few questions. Yung Burket, ano nahitin yung biggest impact nito sa ating mga businesses na walang no or konti ang no na paggamit ng technology? Ano magiging biggest impact nito sa mga clients niyo?
Well, definitely, ensuring that you have a digital presence is an important step when you want to grow your business, right? And especially for micro and small companies, enterprises who doesn't have any capability to build their own website. That's really the target ni Burket. The difference here is obviously you don't have to hire someone else to build a website. You just have to log in, create an account in Burket, because it's a social media like interface, so it's easier for you to navigate. I just have to put in, all the details about your company. You don't even have to design anything, and you instantly have a profile, a business profile, and it's also instantly search engine optimized. And then you just have to add your products and post, articles and promote your products the same way you do it in Facebook. Our advantage, however, is that Burket is mostly local companies or Philippine-based companies. And because we are known as a B2B marketplace, so it's really a targeted user base, diba? For example, if you create a page in Facebook, it's a social media network for people. It's not for your business. Unless you're probably targeting a B2C or a business to consumer diba, segment, then that might not be the right fit for you. Because hindi naman nagfa-Facebook yung mga procurement officer during their office hours, diba? So that could be something to consider, no, when you sign up in Burket.
With all those features, sir, no, free siya. May
Yes.
SEO ka na, may article ka na. parang digital marketing specialist na rin si Burkett, no?
Yes.
Na free. So napakagandang platform ito sa mga business natin na binibigyan sila ng online presence nowadays, lalo na ngayon, no? Na sa TikTok pa nga lang no, sa mga reels natin, no?
Mhm.
Pwede ka sa isang snap lang na ganyan, pwede ka agad mag-boom yung business mo basta meron kang digital presence.
Mhm.
So that's the advantage of using Burkett, no? How about sir, anong nakita mong future ng Burkett? Ano bang mag-expand ba kayo ng operations or maglalabas na ba kayo sa international scene or maintain ng local?
Yeah. Well, that's a really good question. And to plainly answer you, yes. Now we have plans of going international. We want Burkett to be known as a global brand, but with local presence. Meaning to say, when you go to Vietnam and you go to Burkett Vietnam, you know that Burkett Vietnam has local companies in that platform. Hindi galing sa Philippines, hindi galing sa China, hindi galing sa ibang country. But these are Vietnam-based companies. If I go to, let's say, Cambodia because I want to set up a business there, there's Burkett Cambodia. That's really the long-term plan. Short-term, of course, we just want to make sure that we are able to serve what the market that we are targeting, this micro and small companies, and connect them to bigger companies. So as you might notice when you log into Burkett, there are quite a few bigger companies like BPI and the Palawan Group advertising their products and services targeted towards small businesses. So small business loans. If you want to be a distributor or a partner of Palawan, you can actually see an advertisement there, and then you can sign up. So these are highly targeted advertising and marketing campaigns for the the unique set of users that we have.
So kung tayo ay nag-i-import through Burkett, mag-export na rin tayo.
That's
Supporting
really exactly
supporting our local businesses.
yes.
How about sir, sa Palawan Pay, ano naman ang inyong long-term perspective sa Palawan Pay?
There's a lot of things going on with Palawan Pay because it's we're only barely 3 years old now. So we've only completed most of our hygiene products. Hygiene products and services means yung mga standard na you expect from an e-wallet like bills payment, buy load, QR payments and stuff like that. And now we're moving towards much bigger projects. So one of the things that we recently launched is an ability for you to buy jewelry in the app. These are your jewelries that we have in our pawn shops. Obviously, you can renew your sangla, your pawn, diba? On the app, and then you can also buy gold bars and gold coins that we manufacture ourselves. And so we're focusing a lot more, that would be eventually unique for Palawan Pay. But unfortunately, I'm not in the position to already explain those things now. But soon, next year, next year is going to be a big year for Palawan Pay. So, watch out for that.
Sir, nasabi nyo yung selling of yung pawn shop, no? Naisip nyo bang idagdag din yung parang sa yung digital ano yung sumikat dati, yung mga monkeys, ganun? Alam mo pa tawag doon? Yung may value.
I can't recall, but
Yung sa blockchain din siya eh. Nakakalimutan ko yung tawag doon. Digital.
The way we are positioning Palawan Pay is we are serving the underserved market. So we're not into crypto yet because the Palawan pawn shop segment are really the ones in the provinces, Visayas and Mindanao also. So they're not really a very techy bunch of people. So we're trying to make sure that we have the right balance. Na we serve them, we make them more financially inclusive, diba? So all the high-tech stuff that that's really being launched by major players as well, hindi pa masyadong hinog for our customer base. Mahirapan pa silang umintindi. So we're focusing on helping more Filipinos by providing services that they will enjoy more and help them more.
Sir, malalayo na talaga tayo ng mission niya pagka nag-serve tayo doon. Anyway, sir, do you have any something to share? Invite mo yung mga viewers natin to use Burkett and Palawan Pay.
Yes, of course. So like what we've been talking about, if you're a small business that you are looking for either a supplier or you want to sell to other businesses, please do create an account in Burkett. It's all free. We don't charge for commissions or transactions. So you can pretty much do everything there for free. If you are a distributor or you supply products to other companies, check us out because we have a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners also looking for partners. You can also advertise now in Burkett and target the same segment of the small business users. For Palawan Pay, if you're not familiar with Palawan Pay yet, please do check us out. You can download Palawan Pay from in your Android device or iOS or even Huawei. We're all present in the 3 platforms. We are a BSP regulated business, so you can be rest assured that your money is safe with us. And all the services that you are expecting from a standard e-wallet is with us. So try us out and see for yourself. So yeah, I guess that's it, no, engineer.
Yeah. Thank you very much po, Sir Herbert. Ayan. So, ito pong recordings namin is part 2 na.
Oo. Okay,
So,
iba na yung suot ko, iba na yung background
yes,
ko.
iba na.
It was 1 week, 2 weeks apart already,
Yes. Nagkaroon kasi tayo ng mga events. And yeah, previously kasi may bagyo and naputol yung connections natin. So again, Sir Herbert, thank you very much for allowing us to continue my discussion with you, my interview. I'm very much thankful for this conversation na enlighten kami sa platform ng Burkett, free, na nagbibigay siya ng advantage sa ating mga local businesses. Meron siyang online presence, nasa first page siya, yung SEO niya, napakaganda. Yung SEO, kung di niyo po alam, it's an algorithm kung saan pag search yung ganitong keywords, makikita yung businesses niyo. Yun ay binibigyan ng libre ng Burkett. Pagka naghanap kayo ng SEO specialist, napakamahal. Napakamahal po maghanap niyan. And sa Burkett, binibigyan niya lang ng libre. So when it comes to Palawan Pay, they are trying to serve the underserved by giving them the capacity, the capability to pay online the technology that they na kailangan po natin. Yeah. So again, thank you very much, Sir Herbert. Sir Herbert.
Yep.
Sana hindi po kayo magsawa.
Oo.
Sana sa mga susunod na videos, mga problems about technology, cybersecurity is ma-invite namin kayo.
Yes. Of course, engineer, no, you're always welcome. So let's find time again soon.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.